people doing? I'm just heading in for another day at work. Wish these cars would get out of my way. Had an interesting night. I come home, I get met by my wife. Like, I didn't get to do anything. I'm like, I pull into the driveway. I don't even have my helmet off. And she's crying. She's screaming. You know. I'm like, what you gonna do? I don't know. Hold on. Where's neutral? There's neutral. Check my bags. Something felt a little weird. I'm fogging up. But what had happened was she was going out the door and she fell. And then her pretty cat, it's sort of a light multicolored gray tabby. Well, that cat decided to bolt. So she hurt her arm and her cat got loose. Sometimes I hate having things in my pockets. And adjust that. So that's what I got met with when I got home. And I am cold. I need to start wearing a jacket again. Ooh, it's like 70 something, 80 degrees. It is cold. Oh, that'll wake you up better than coffee. What the hell? But anyways, I nearly had her, but I was at the stage of I've got to keep her in my sight and I got to find a way to bring her to me. And she's not really my cat, that's Amy's cat. And I'm like, bring me a can of cat food, maybe a toy, something I can entice her with. And she took too long, but I mean, she was hurt too, so I mean, take that into consideration. And I don't move fast, but she moves slower than me. When she's not hurt. So, the cat decided to bolt for it. And we're just probably going to have to trap her or something, or she's a wild cat now. But she is chipped. I don't know if that helps anything. So, she's chipped under a different name though, because she renamed her. I don't rename things. I name them, and it's like, okay, that's your name. Or if they have a name when I get them. Like my dog that passed a few months ago, his name was Dennis before I got him. I don't know, the shelter named him Dennis, or you know, we had a previous owner that did, Dennis the Menace. I just changed it to Dennis P. Hound. But his name was Dennis. I wasn't going to change his name on him. That's kind of rude. You know? I don't say that too much. You other moto vloggers know what I mean. Where it's like you say a word too many times, and then you say it, you're like, damn, why did I say that again? But the cat is gone. And hopefully we can find the cat at a later date. Make matters worse, it was her birthday. Wonderful. Might have saved me though, because I didn't have anything. I paid the bills, you know. You have your internet for your college classes. It's paid. Because she's trying to up her degree. She has a degree and I fix shit, you know. That's the way that works. She gets mad because I still make more money. I'm just a poor kid. Grew up doing farm work. Learned how to work with my hands and run machinery and all that shit. And oh, you were worried about college and all that stuff. I was doing other things. We'll just leave it at that. I make more money. Not for long though, because that DOT physical is getting harder every year and it's coming up and it terrifies me. And the older you get, you know, it's like your blood pressure's right on the line. Haven't had any sugar problems yet, but I am pre-diabetic. And it's just the aging process thing. And I'm knocking on 50 at this point. And headlights bother me worse than they did when I was younger. These young kids don't understand, I guess, why we don't like those big, bright, freaking lights. I don't know what you call them, new things. I think some places have started making them illegal. You know. See, I did it again. I have to do my visor because of fogging up. That's another thing, that pin lock has never came in. I don't think Scorpion's making them anymore. And if I get another helmet, my final review of the helmet, that's going to be mentioned. No matter what else, that will be mentioned. Of how much of a pain. I mean, I'm someone who really needs a pin lock visor. I can't get one. I've been thinking about getting one of those things that you kind of stick to the inside of your visor. It's not one specifically for this helmet. It's like a sticker kind of thing that goes in there, a clear thing, and it's supposed to be like a pin lock visor. But I don't know. I might try it. Next time I'm at Cycle Gear, I'll talk to them. They didn't have much to say about them last time I was there. Maybe they got more to say. No, my face itches. Foul hair. And of course, all that stuff last night just kind of messed with this morning. And I'm running a little late. I hurt her arm pretty good. Her arm, you know, you hit concrete with your arm. And like the side of your wrist, you know, I was telling her that that's an instinct to put your arm, your hand down. And sorry, her right arm, she's gonna have what's essentially like having a stone bruise or something like that on that pinky bone in her hand. And her arm looks a little rough, like her forearm. I think it hurt her back a little bit too. I mean, she just turned 51, so she ain't no spring chicken either. Why is it so hard to open your visor? There we go. I don't want it all the way open, but I just want to be able to see. And it's like I have a choice if it's snapped shut. I don't know. Every once in a while, like your visor form is off a little bit. But it was an interesting evening. And now we gotta find a cat. I posted a picture of her on my Discord if you're on my Discord. If you're not on my Discord, there's a link, I think. Yeah, there should be a link on my channel. Mind the rules. I do have mods. Mine's kind of tame. So, well, I guess by my comparison, it's tame. I mean, there's like guns and all kinds of stuff on it, but no pornography. You know, if you had like a 13, 14-year-old daughter, what would you be comfortable with her seeing? If you wouldn't be comfortable with that, don't post it onto my site. My mods will get you. They haven't had to do anything very often, but when they've had to, they've been really good about it. Look at all the gravel. A lot of gravel. Somebody's leaking something too because it's all over the road. Not exactly sure what that is. Is that fuel? I don't know. At this point, I need like a lever on my visor. I have to raise it and close it so many times. Oh, and here comes the rough road. There we go. I had to message my boss, let him know I'm running a little bit late. I'm going to be about 15 minutes late. I'm usually there really, really early, so it shouldn't be a problem. My running late, where I'm always running late, is like running on time to like 10 to 15 minutes early. You know, to me that's like I'm running late. I can't, if I gotta be there at 5, I can't be there at 5. No, I'm gonna be there at like 5:30. Not 5:30, like 4:30. Yeah, 5:30 would suck. That's something I don't think kids get for a while. It's like, okay, you're scheduled for 7. And they show up at 7:02. Like, what's wrong? I'm 2 minutes late. God damn, it's bright lights. They don't understand why they're getting yelled at for being 2 minutes late. Well, I scheduled you for 7 o'clock. That means you're ready to work at 7 o'clock. You need to be here before 7. 7 o'clock, I'm telling you to do something. You're not walking in the door. If you're walking in the door at 7, you're late. You know, walk in, put your stuff up, use the restroom, do whatever you have to do. 7 o'clock, punch in, you're working. That's what it means. That's one of the reasons I don't want to be a manager anymore. I've done that local company. As a driver, then I was a driver manager. Or well, I was lead driver, then I was driver manager, and I'm running half of basically a warehouse, teenagers and all that. they would, they got a kid, they're starting off in life and everything else, and they call in and they're like, I'm not gonna make it in today. Like, your shift ended 3 hours ago. I kind of figured that out. Am I getting rode up? Yes, you are. That's just the way it is. If I don't write you up, they'll write me up. And if it's you or me, well, it's not going to be me. Break myself with that phrase and it's not working. It's not working when you're talking to a camera. I know I'm talking to you, but while recording this, I'm talking to a camera. If you can picture that. I was going to miss my exit there. So it's like, whoa, there's a big dip right there too. At least I know the road pretty well. I know the parts that are going to hurt. So yeah, it's kind of like saying, Mr. School Bus, your lights actually aren't as bad as that car. And they're up at eye level. I think it was Oregon or Washington. I want to say Oregon a few years ago. They started writing people tickets for their fog lights. If you didn't know, your fog lights are either supposed to be yellow, or you're supposed to have like those KC light covers over them. You got people running with their fog lights on, going down the road, blinding people coming into a construction zone. We've all been there. The road's turning, there's a wall in front of you. You can't see it because some dipshit either has their high beams on, or they have their fog lights on, or they just haven't adjusted their lights and they're pulling a trailer or what have you. Which, when did that stop? Because cops used to write you a ticket. There used to be a line on the wall when you got your car inspected and they'd adjust your headlights for you. And if you hooked up to a trailer, first thing you did when you pulled out on the road, or you got someplace you could, if you couldn't do it right where you were at, was you adjusted your headlights down. You took a screwdriver out, turned them down so you weren't blinding people. And it's like they stopped writing tickets for that. Guess there wasn't enough revenue in it for them. I don't know. But you're like, I can't see where I'm going. I can see at the moment, but you know what I mean. I got like 3.5 hours sleep after dealing with everything. She better be glad she's beautiful, or I wouldn't put up with that shit. And there's a train. Lovely, lovely. And so we're gonna hear the train because they're gonna get happy with the horn. I think they like doing that. They just like going honk, honk, honk. I could technically beat it, but I don't want to be that person. Trying to find neutral like I'm in an MSF class. Where's neutral? I don't know where it is, man. It's somewhere. Some of the next videos I got everything for the 3-hole on my Fat Bob. And then I'm going to be flushing the brakes, probably on both bikes. It's time on both. And hopefully I'm making a long trip here in about a month. Because Lord, I've seen some art on the side of some of these cars, and on the side of trailers, that's like, it just put some clear coat over it because it was actually good. You ever notice the graffiti and stuff they have on them? I've seen some brand new trailers, like a brand new Great Dane trailer coming out of LA. And just the artwork they did on the side, I was like, dude, just put some clear coat over that, dude. That shit actually looked good. It'd be cool if they take like your company logos and all that and do some cool designs and stuff like here. But they're not going to do that. It would be cool. I don't know if y'all can see that moon, but that is a big old full moon. One day we'll have people living up there. Who knows? One day we'll go to the moon. My uncle used to say stuff like that. And you know what else? One day we'll actually go to the moon. And it'd be like, what? He's one of those moon landing conspiracy theorist people. Well, the two closest places, you know, the moon and Antarctica. Resources, everything else. And then, of course, there's Mars. The moon would make a good base for, like, staging for going, I'm thinking. I don't know, like sending supplies. Not another train coming. We are good. I can't tell what anyone's doing. Why do I have like a hair or something on my face? There are too many people. Too many cars. I don't want to pull out in front of the truck, that's for damn sure. The car coming behind them? Okay. Now we're going. Do your head checks. And your teeth clocks and all that stuff that everybody forgets about and gets comfortable and doesn't do anymore. Do all that stuff. testing everything at the wrong time of morning too. Don't you love the grooves in a construction zone when they don't line up right? Like, I don't want to get on that one. You gotta put enough distance between you and the cars behind you that you could make the turn. There we go. I've only got a 6th gear. Fuck. I'm telling you, I keep asking Harley Davidson and they don't seem to be concerned about installing a 7th gear. It's a necessary thing. I'm gonna just have to start like calling them gay for not having a 7th gear. I don't know. But we need a 7th gear. I don't even know if I can get away with saying that. I'm gay as hell. What the hell? Well, if I can't say it, no one can. I don't care what you say. How should I phrase this? I am not for regulation of speech. I am for free speech. And I'm the generation that grew up that the speech that you don't like is the speech that needs to be protected. Otherwise, you don't have free speech. So, that's where I'm at on that. I don't know where we were. Let's see, the cat got out. My wife got hurt. We don't have any Haitians in our neighborhood, so I think we're good, but I also think a lot of that's bullshit. Thank you. I'm glad I slowed down because that car was turning and that would have hurt. You're like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating us. I don't know. I've heard things both ways. And if they ate a goose in a park and they were hungry, I really don't give a damn. I've been hungry. I don't think anyone's hunting your pet though. I was talking to my son about that yesterday, and I'm like, well, you know, as much as I love my pets, if it would have came down to them or you, well, we would have been eating dog. I don't know how it would get that bad though. I mean, if the world went to shit and it's an apocalypse, the dog can help you hunt. It can give you warning. And I mean, you're better off having the dog alive. And then the cats, keeping the rodents and stuff like that away from your food. There's a reason that we have dogs and cats as pets. There's a reason that those two species are kind of linked to us. And they're good to have around. Just as uncomfortable it is to even think about doing anything like that. I mean, for the most part, I like dogs more than I like people. You just about have to be put in a choice of like cannibalism or eating your pet. That's about the situation you would have to be in. And not just any, it would have to be like your kids or something. 'Cause I mean, my dog versus someone I don't even know. this guy's letting me around. Thank you. Give him a good wave. Why do they keep doing that? Oh, we got that pipeline fire down in like basically Pasadena, like Fairmont and Red Bluff, somewhere like that. They're showing it on the news, lighting up the sky. Some car hit it. They said it's not terrorism. I think a lot of what the media projects is just bullshit based on whatever they need to incite whatever people. And then people start making up stories. And that isn't party specific. There's a tree in the road. This is not a curve you can fly around. It's just not. For several reasons. From gravel to being blind to I've came around that curve face to face with a semi before. There's people who own trucks are down there, and there's farms down there. I think they're just using these fields for grass and rice now that are right here. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are. But those are rice fields. Used to be. That was the first crop. People think cotton. No, no, no. Rice. That's why they started bringing the slaves and stuff over. Really helped out that they had that sickle cell, which translated to, or the genetics for it, to a resistance to things like malaria that white people don't. Because rice fields are kind of wet and there's a lot of skeeters. Well, it worked out good for my people. My grandmother's people. Didn't work out good for a lot of people in Africa that generally got sold by other Africans to Muslims and white people. Did not work out so good for them. Hello, my friend. But then came cotton and peanuts and all that stuff later. But, you know, you look at that Carolina Gold rice. I think they still grow that somewhere. Rice, that was the original crop they needed a whole bunch of labor for. And then we had sugar cane. This is all rice and cane. This part of Texas, rice, cane, cattle, that was the main thing. And Imperial Sugars right on the other side of town. But anyways, I will let y'all go. This is my signing off point. So y'all have a good day, y'all have a good night, y'all have a good whatever it is, wherever you're at. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the like button. Like, hit it pretty good. I don't know. People have funny things to say about that. I can't think of one. And I will let y'all go. Here's a spot where people dump a lot of gravel on the road. It's not too bad right now. So, adios, via con Dios, hasta la vista, sayonara, nashla, ciao. I'll catch you later. This is